hello. Welcome to a podcast, Barely Balanced. This is Shruti,
This is Vanshika.
and today we have a very special episode for you. आज कोई भी ज्ञान की बातें नहीं होने वाली, कोई भी प्रोफेशनल बातें नहीं होने वाली. Today it's just gonna be us ranting about our lives and giving you life updates. और जो भी questions आपने हमारे LinkedIn के DMs में पूछे हुए थे, we have sorted those out and we'll be answering those questions as well. So it will be more of how Belly Balance started and plus life updates plus your most asked questions. तो कोई भी ज्ञान की बातें नहीं होने वाली है. So just grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and just watch the video because it's gonna be super fun.
बहुत ज्यादा बकवास होने वाला है, बहुत रैंट होने वाला है. नथिंग यूजफुल बट मजा आएगा. इट्स लाइक यू आर जस्ट गेटिंग टू नो सो मच अबाउट आवर लाइफ. विल बी बर्स्टिंग सम मिथ्स अबाउट आवरसेल्व्स. विल बी टेलिंग यू मोर अबाउट द पॉडकास्ट कि हम क्या क्या करते हैं एंड हाउ डिड वी स्टार्टेड एंड हाउ डिड वी मीट एंड करंट लाइफ अपडेट्स कि हम क्या चल रहा है कॉलेज में, क्या चल रहा है एंड हाउ वी मैनेजिंग एवरीथिंग टुगेदर. सो सब कुछ होगा. सो यस. Okay, but I feel before starting the questions, we should actually give a little introduction about ourselves. So, starting with me, I'm Vanshika. I'm currently at SRCC pursuing BCom honors there. And along with that, I write on LinkedIn, I share my experiences. And along with that, I'm also starting this podcast where we actually invite guests upon various topics and kuch class videos we banate hain so that it's fun. Like, we're just telling you about ourselves. Like this one, this is a special episode. Along with that, also, there are many societies in my college. I'm a part of those societies and managing academics as well. Like trying to manage ho nahi raha hai. I have a test of financial accounts on 5th of November. Like there are 5 chapters coming and trust me, मेरे को अभी तक 2 ही chapters prepare हुए हैं मेरे and वो भी मेरे को अच्छे से नहीं आते and I'm still not worried कि कैसे होगा. I'm just like कि हो जाएगा किसी ना किसी तरीके से.
Peak Vanshika behavior कि कर लेंगे हो जाएगा. Okay, so telling you about me, then hi, this is Shruti. I am a 20-year-old undergraduate student. I'm in my third year currently. I'm pursuing BCom from Mumbai University. I'm also pursuing a professional degree called CMA USA. And yeah, I'm also a founder of this podcast along with a very cute and smart co-founder, Vanshika. And yeah, just juggling between academics and everything happening around me and figuring out life, देख रहे हैं कि क्या पसंद है क्या नहीं पसंद है. So yeah, that's just it for the introduction.
All right. The introduction is over. The formal part is over. Let's dive into the questions which you guys have asked us. The first question is, who sent the first text and the story behind it? Like basically how we guys met in the first place.
Okay, so it was me who texted Vanshika in the first place. I sent her a connection request. उसने तुरंत accept कर ली थी. I then sent her a message that hi Vanshika, thanks for connecting. And उसका सामने से reply आया hi Shruti, I've been seeing your posts and they are really nice. Blah blah blah. Then हमारी बातें start हुई. Then ऐसे ही LinkedIn पे conversations हो रही थी. उसके बाद Vanshika actually wanted to ask more about CMA USA, so I gave her my WhatsApp number. उसके बाद calls पे बातें शुरू हुई. And then eventually we became friends.
Yeah, I mean, उसने काफी शॉर्ट तरीके में बताया. Shruti just told you ऊपर ऊपर से. Like I'll actually tell you मेरे thoughts when I sent those messages to her. So इसमें yeah, she praised, like I praised her first of all for her content that she writes very well. Though I didn't send it with an intention that she'll praise me back, but still like थोड़ा सा होता है ना कि हाँ, you praise the other person, maybe they will also praise you back. But she didn't. She just wrote thank you so much, Vanshika. So I just got a little pissed off, like not बहुत ज़्यादा pissed off, but a little. Then, but okay, the next day she praised me back. She wrote a long paragraph. She was like, "You're just 18 and you write so well. Like, you are such a good content creator." That's how we started talking. Then, uske baad, after like 2 weeks, I texted her again and I told her that I'm facing a problem on LinkedIn. That how do you actually shortlist a picture for, for uploading it on LinkedIn? So, uske baad, she wrote, फिर से, she has a habit of writing big paragraphs, guys. कोई भी क्वेश्चन बोलो शी हैज इतना बड़ा मैसेज रेडी एंड दैट टू विद इन जस्ट अ फ्यू मिनट्स. पता नहीं कैसे शी इज सो गुड एट इट. सो पूरा कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव, पूरा डिटेल में शी गेव मी द फॉर्मेट. and I thanked her for that. Then uske baad I had a few questions because we both are from the commerce background. So I thought why not ask about BCom, and because tab college start nahi hua tha, I was in my 12th. I just gave my CUET. So uske baad I had some doubts about BCom honors and BCom in general. So asked about that, asked about CMA USA. उसके बाद got her WhatsApp number. We started getting on calls. Then WhatsApp पे regularly बात होने लगी. Then one day she was like, "Want to start a podcast?" I want to start a podcast, and it just came out of nowhere. पता नहीं कुछ और टॉपिक के बारे में डिस्कशन हो रहा था, and she just randomly told, "I want to start a podcast." I was like, मजाक मजाक में बोल दिया होगा that कभी करना है. But she was serious. And I was like, okay, well, that is something even I want to do. Like, मेरे को भी बोलने में तो बहुत मजा आता है. And we will be bringing on guests. We'll get to learn so much about them. So I was like, okay, let's give it a try. Let's start it. Let's record our first episode. And yeah, I mean, that's just how it all started.
But yeah, the first barrier which we faced was the topic क्या होगा हमारे podcast और what are we actually gonna speak about. तो Vanshika came up with this idea कि ठीक है, we are writing on LinkedIn और हमें LinkedIn के बारे में काफी कुछ पता भी है. We know the algorithm, we are well versed with everything happening around it. So let's talk about LinkedIn because अभी बच्चों ने सिर्फ CUET दी है, अभी first year उनका start होगा, तो people will actually want to start on LinkedIn as a content writer and also with an aim of getting internships and leads etc. सो हमने सोचा कि ठीक है ये अच्छा है, इसके ऊपर बनाते हैं. तो एक्चुअली द फर्स्ट एपिसोड व्हिच वी शॉट वाज एज अ होस्ट एंड वंशिका बीइंग द गेस्ट. बट देन वी रियलाइज कि हाँ हमारे साथ में आएंगे तो प्रोफेशनल सेटिंग में भी हमारी वाइब काफी अच्छी मैच होती है एंड वी कैन एक्चुअली डू अ लॉट बेटर टुगेदर. सो फिर हमने ऐसे बात करी कि ठीक है लेट्स बी को फाउंडर्स टुगेदर और करते हैं पॉडकास्ट. तो द लिंक्डइन वीडियो व्हिच यू एक्चुअली सॉ ऑन यूट्यूब वाज आवर थर्ड टेक. उसके पहले हमने दो और रीटेक्स ली हुई थी which was just the audio, उसमें videos नहीं थे. और लिंक्डइन वाली वीडियो हमारी थर्ड टेक थी but it did really well.
Yeah, I mean, इतना ज्यादा प्रेप लगता है. You just see the final result, but उसके पीछे बहुत मेहनत लगती है. We'll telling you all of that we do front end or back end पे later on in this episode. Okay, so that was the basic how we started, how we guys met. Okay, the next question is it's actually a little fun part. So we have Shruti or Vanshika. So that we have a few statements. I'll be speaking those statements, and then we'll actually have to decide कि ये किसके साथ ज़्यादा relate कर रहा है. Like who is the person vibing the most with this statement? Okay, so the first statement is who gets demotivated quickly.
We know
Can
the
I just
answer
leave?
for this. We know the answer for this. Of course, it's Vanshika, guys. Of course, it's Vanshika. But the good thing is, 1 minute she is like, "कि मुझे नहीं करना. How are we gonna do this?" Like fully demotivated, and the next minute she is like, "Okay, let's do this. हम कर लेंगे. We'll figure something out." So that is the best part. But yeah, who gets demotivated quickly? It has to be Vanshika. Of course, guys.
Yeah, I mean, एक minute पे I agree, I'll get demotivated, but the next moment I'll be like, let's be besharam, just like our LinkedIn, our barely balanced का tagline, BB say it's barely balanced and BB say it's be besharam. So उससे ही आया था, I guess, because I have this habit of saying be besharam, and even you have this habit of saying कि let's be
हाँ.
besharam and कर देते हैं text. So that is how we came up with the tagline. Okay, that one goes to me. I won't deny it because मेरे को पता है सच्चाई क्या है. Okay, take it on upon me. The next one is who cracks lame jokes?
Both of
I guess both
us.
of us. Yeah. Hamara humor is very broken. I feel the jokes that we crack are only fun to us and बाकी किसी और को समझ में भी नहीं आता है and nor do they find it funny. बस हम ही हंसते रहते हैं उन same jokes पे बारी बारी.
But at the end of the day, हमें मजा आता है ना. That is all what matters. Like we both of us have a very broken sense of humor, but that made sense to us. So never mind.
Like हमारे साथ what happens is कि जब भी हमारा कोई मीटिंग हो रहा होता है we have to discuss something important about the podcast, and we usually have these meetings at night because दोनों उस time फ्री होते हैं. So we have a Zoom meeting at like 9 o'clock and we think कि हाँ 1 घंटे में discuss हो जाएगा, we'll get free by 10 o'clock and then we'll go back to study again. But usually what happens is that call extends to around 12. एंड पता नहीं हम बकवास करते रहते लाइक द वर्क इज एक्चुअली डन फ्रॉम 9 to 10 के बीच में वो काम खत्म हो जाता है. बट उसके बाद वी जस्ट स्टार्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट आवर लाइव्स आवर डे इन जनरल, एंड वी टॉक अबाउट अ फ्यू पीपल जो हमारे फ्रेंड्स होते हैं. and we just rant about our life, literally बकवास करते हैं सारा time. So it just stretches इतना ज्यादा लंबा, 9 से शुरू होकर 12 बज जाते हैं, and then my roommate is like, hi, what are you even doing?
इट्स नॉट इवन 12, कभी कभी तो लाइक आई विल हैव द कॉल रिकॉर्डिंग्स हमारी 2 और 3 बजे तक बातें होती है, एंड आई एम लाइक एक सेकंड, हमारी कॉल 9 बजे शुरू हुई थी, ये 2 और 3 बजे तक कैसे एक्सटेंड हो गई? एंड ऑल्सो आई फील ये इसलिए होता है बिकॉज वंशिता एंड आई हैव द सेम ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, लाइक वी आर फ्रेंड्स विद द सेम सेट ऑफ पीपल्स, वी टॉक अबाउट द सेम सेट ऑफ पीपल्स, लाइक सेम बातें होती हैं सेम लोगों के बारे में, बट फिर भी हमें इतना मजा आता है, हम सब कुछ डिस्कस करते हैं, आज कॉलेज में क्या हुआ, आज किसने क्या बोला, आज किसका मैसेज आया था, लाइक लिटरली वी टेल ईच अदर कि आज किसका मैसेज आया था, किसका मैंने रिप्लाई किया है, किसको मैंने सीन पे छोड़ा है. सो एवरीवन, the audience who is coming from LinkedIn, please know if you are replying to either of us, we know कि आपने क्या मैसेज भेजा है, क्या लिखा था, सब कुछ पता होता है अभी. कल I guess 10 o'clock at night, we were in a meet, and I was literally showing Vanshika कि ठीक है, मेरे को LinkedIn पे इसका मैसेज आया था, तो Vanshika is like, oh, मेरे को पूरा मैसेज खोल के दिखाना क्या लिखा है, and I was showing her the messages, and this happens with Vanshika as well. She screenshots the messages, कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है कि क्या रिप्लाई करूँ, कि भाई क्या रिप्लाई दूँ इस टाइम, एक सीन पे छोड़ दे. So this is what happens with us, but yeah, it's fun. काम भी हो जाती है,
It's
बकवास भी हो जाती है.
So we are just not only co-founders, we are very good friends as well, best friends, I would say. Yeah. Okay, the next one is who sleeps the most?
Um,
This is not even a
I
question.
guess I have to
Not
go.
even a question. This is Shruti. I'll tell you what happens with her is that if we have a meet with a guest scheduled at around 9 o'clock in the morning, now you all just tell 9 o'clock is very valid. Like you can easily wake up at 7 or 8 and now we just shoot kar lenge. What's the problem? And it will be get done by 11. And you have the rest of the day to do other chores that you have to do, like panota and all that. But this girl, she'll be like, I have to sleep. I have to sleep. भाई इतनी जल्दी कैसे होगा? जस्ट लेट अस डिले इट बाय लाइक 12 बजे करते हैं. मतलब कैन यू जस्ट इमेजिन, कोई सेंस बनता है? 9 बजे इज फाइन. एंड शी इज नॉट एट ऑल पंक्चुअल, अगर हमने कोई भी मीटिंग 9:30 करना होता है, शी एक्चुअली जॉइन्स इन एट लाइक 9:45 के आसपास. आज भी वी हैड टू स्टार्ट एट 1 o'clock एंड इट्स ऑलरेडी 1:30 when we started.
It's okay. I'm just a girl. होता है कभी कभी, दैट्स फाइन. आई मीन सी, द 9 o'clock का इशू है, मुंबई में कोई इतना जल्दी नहीं उठता, लाइक एटलीस्ट मी, आई स्लीप अराउंड 2:30 to 3 बिकॉज आई स्टडी लेट एट नाइट. आई एम नॉट एट ऑल अ मॉर्निंग पर्सन, लाइक आई जस्ट कांट वेक अप इन द मॉर्निंग अंटिल एंड अनलेस कहीं घूमने जाना हो या like, कुछ काम हो, मेरा पर्सनल बेनिफिट है उसमें. आई जस्ट डोंट फील लाइक वेकिंग अप इन द मॉर्निंग, सो ठीक है, आई टेक दैट ऑन मी, एक्सेप्टेबल.
I'm surviving on 5 hours of sleep right now. I slept at around 3:30 and then I woke up at around 8:30.
So last month this was मेरी हालत, because I had like my exams starting from 4th October से लेके I guess मेरे अभी exams खत्म हुए recently 29th October, so I was just barely surviving on 2 to 3 hours of sleep. तो अभी right now I am having the time of my life. मैं अपनी नींद पूरी कर रही हूँ एकदम अच्छे से, which is
I'm
acceptable.
jealous. I'm very jealous. मेरे को बहुत jealousy हो रहा है.
ठीक है यार, मैं I deserve that. मैंने 1 महीने एग्जाम दिया था, you know that. It's okay.
Okay, yeah, you deserve it. All right, the next one is who came up with the name Barely Balanced?
We aren't disclosing this because there's a whole story of who came up with the name, who decided the logo, who made the logo. So we won't be disclosing that as of now. हम ये बताएंगे जब हमारे 5K subscribers हो जाएंगे YouTube पे, then we'll make a separate video on this. But I'll just tell you कि हम दोनों ने मिलके decide किया, but कहाँ से नाम आया, किसने बताया, and logo किसने डिजाइन किया, we won't be telling you that अभी. ना ना ना, इतना जल्दी थोड़ी disclose कर देंगे. 5K subscribers होंगे तब बताएंगे हम ये बात.
Exactly. We have a story behind everything. Like literally जो भी कुछ हम करते हैं, we have a story behind that. So you'll get to know us better in the next episodes for sure. The
Exactly.
next question is,
Be Beshram वाला भी ऐसे आया because coincidentally both of us have this habit of saying कि ठीक है यार बेशरम बन जाता है, कर देते हैं, let's send that message, let's ask that person to be to come as a guest on our podcast, and उसी से I picked it up कि भाई we are like constantly keep using this term be Beshram, and then Vanshika and I decided कि let's keep this as our vision motto जो भी है. सब कुछ.
Yeah, and it actually goes like BB in B Besharam and BB in Barely Balanced. So वो अच्छा लग रहा था, वो rhyme हो रहा था. That is the reason we actually kept it. Yeah. Okay, the next one is who complains about college the most?
Of course. Of course, we
Okay, बहुत
everyone knows the answer to this question, Vanshika. It's you. It has to be you. लाइक वंशिका के रैंस जो रात को 11 के बाद होते हैं अबाउट एसआरसीसी, अबाउट हर सोसाइटीज, अबाउट हर सीनियर्स. ओह माय गॉड, आई कांट इवन टेल यू. मुझे ना एक्चुअली रिकॉर्ड करके रखना पड़ेगा एंड उसके ऊपर हम एक सेपरेट पॉडकास्ट बना सकते हैं. लाइक आई कांट इवन टेल यू, दे आर सो मच फन. आई एम लाइक ओह माय गॉड, ये भी हुआ, ओह अच्छा ये भी हुआ. लाइक वंशिका के रैंस अबाउट एसआरसीसी एंड सोसाइटीज आर इन नेक्स्ट लेवल. आई लव दैट.
guys, SRCC has so much to it. Like the videos you see on YouTube, वो सब कुछ तो होता ही है SRCC में. But SRCC के प्रोफेसर्स, SRCC में जो भी असाइनमेंट्स वगैरह मिलती है हमें, फ्रेंड्स बनाते हैं, इतने जगह से लोग आते हैं, इतने सोसाइटीज होते हैं, the seniors over there, the books we study, like everything has so much towards it. And वो सारा श्रुति को मैं फ्री में बता देती हूँ.
पता है जो बच्चे अभी 11th 12th में होंगे एंड जो सोच रहे हैं कि हाँ एसआरसीसी इज आवर ड्रीम कॉलेज, हमें अंडर ग्रेजुएशन वहां से परस्यू करना है, वो लोग अभी लिटरली डर गए होंगे कि ऐसा क्या होता है एसआरसीसी में.
नहीं, anyways, like if you want a separate episode पूरा SRCC के बारे में, you want to get to know more about it, just let me know in the comment section. We can have a video about that as well. Or you can do one thing, you can text me on LinkedIn. We'll have our LinkedIn के profiles mentioned in the description section. So you can just reach me there. I'll reply. Definitely. 2-3 दिन लग जाते reply देने में, but मैं दे देती हूँ. I'll give you a reply.
You're bad at texting. You're very bad at texting, I swear.
Okay. The next question is 3 things which we love and hate doing for the podcast.
Okay, so 3 things I love doing for the podcast is first tapping guest, researching about the topics. Ki, okay, we can call this person as our guest, blah blah blah. Because the whole process of shortlisting 10 to 12 people and then उसमें से we just eliminate कि नहीं इसको नहीं बुलाएंगे because of this reason, इसको नहीं बुलाएंगे because of this reason. It's so much fun. मुझे बहुत मजा आता है वो करने में. Second is the introductory meet we have. And third is after we upload the video on YouTube, उसके बाद जो likes, comments, views आते हैं उसमें मुझे बहुत मजा आता है. Like it's just so satisfying कि ठीक है people are actually watching your videos and लोग comment कर रहे हैं किसको क्या अच्छा लगा. Particularly बहुत लोगों के WhatsApp पे भी messages आते हैं कि okay the editing was good or the video was very informative. So I love that.
Okay, 3 things that I love. Again, the first is tapping the guest. Like after deciding that this is the topic that we want to make the video upon, then we'll have to look for guests. तो उनके सारे LinkedIn profiles stalk करने में मेरे को बहुत मजा आता है because you actually see ना that what's the background of that person and what they have actually did in their life. Like इतने सारे चीजों के बारे में I get to know that okay, this is the company that they have interned at and internship में उन्होंने क्या क्या किया. Like they have written the description अच्छे से. You get to see कि उनका क्या और experience section में क्या है, कौन से awards, कौन से competitions में उन्होंने participate किया है. So just such a good way of getting to know people. The tapping one. The second would be again the introductory meet as Shruti mentioned. The introductory meet में what basically we guys do is that before inviting the guest to the podcast, we actually have kind of like an informal conversation with them wherein we would be telling them that this is the podcast and this is what we want you to bring to the table. We'll tell them about the questions that we'll be asking them, and yeah, we just get to know each other better. The informal conversation, it's completely raw and unfiltered. The third thing would be making a notion board for Barely Balanced, basically a place where all our operations are managed. Like this is these are the persons जिनको हमने मैसेज करना है, these are the persons जिनको ईमेल करना है, ये इनके कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स हैं, this is the questionnaire that we have to send to them, this is the meeting date, like everything टेक्निकल सब कुछ उसमें होता है. Like this is the date जब YouTube पे वीडियो डलेगा. And I love doing that. Literally, I love doing that.
This is peak Vanshika behavior, peak Vanshika ka answer of this Notion board wala thing, because trust me guys, Vanshika has her whole life on Notion board. Sab kuch. Be it college, be it her personal life, about a podcast, about the competitions she will be participating in. Every single thing she has on her Notion board. And I'm just so stunned and amazed by it ki kaise, because I can't. I am not that person. But Vanshika, like कुछ भी होता है, छोटी सी छोटी चीज भी, she's like, okay, let me create a notion board for this. I'm like, Vanshika, क्या है ये?
I feel the people of Notion, they should collaborate with us or else make me the brand ambassador.
Definitely, you'll be the
Please.
best. You'll be the best person to be the brand ambassador of Notion because literally every person Vanshika meets, हर कोई जानता है ये बात उसके बारे में कि Vanshika loves creating Notion boards.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Three things that we hate about the podcast.
You wanna go first?
Okay, I'll start. Three things that I hate about the podcast is the first one is since our podcast is online because Shruti lives in Mumbai and I live in Delhi, तो हमें ऑनलाइन ही शूट करना पड़ता है. So sometimes the Wi-Fi is very unstable and especially because I live in a PG Delhi में, it just gets more difficult for me because PG का Wi-Fi is just not up to the parameter. तो मेरे को शूट करने के लिए लोकेशन ढूंढना पड़ता है. Like I'll just go to the nearby cafe. सुबह सुबह 9 बजे उठ के मैं स्टारबक्स जाती हूँ. And then Starbucks पे भी you get to know कि वहां पर भी सुबह सुबह 9 बजे there are so many group of people sitting over there and talking that loudly and that too on a Sunday morning. So it just pisses me off so badly. फिर मैं कोई और नया कैफे ढूंढती हूँ. वहां पर भी the Wi-Fi is so unstable. Then I switch to another one. तो जब तक I don't find a proper cafe to sit and record, तब तक shoot नहीं हो पाता. So, yeah,
Yeah, and
that is the first thing.
guys, whenever we do an introductory meet with our guest, everyone has this one question. They ask this question like every time. All of our guests, अभी हमने 5-6 episode shoot किया, सबको ये question होता है कि Vanshika, is this really your PG? Like, how is your PG so aesthetic? I mean, जब भी जहाँ अभी वंशिका बैठी है, this is her home, this is not a PG, but PG, we'll attach the pictures if we get any. सबको ये question होता है कि
Yeah,
वंशिका, is this a PG? How is this so aesthetic?
okay. Aesthetic like Vanshika. Right.
Oops.
Yeah. The second thing which I hate about would be coordinating with the guests. Like every day you'll have to coordinate, these are the timings that we are free, and then they'll tell that these are the timings and we are free. And most of the times वो coordinate नहीं हो पाता है because हमारे dates and when they are free are very different. They usually say कि let's do it in the evening, but it's a little difficult for us to do it in the evening. We usually prefer morning. So coordinating with the guests is a little tedious and gets a lot of hassle for me sometimes because I'm the one who controls everything, like talking with the guest, fixing the date. So that is something I don't like much. The third thing that I hate would be actually designing the thumbnail sometimes. Like design देखना कि this should fit in, इसके picture ये लगानी चाहिए, हम दोनों का color coordination match हो रहा है जो नहीं, is it aesthetic, will someone click upon it or not. तो वो सब कुछ decide करना gets a little, what should I say, it's actually not boring or I don't hate it, but कभी कभी बस मन नहीं करता है. That would be the right way of saying it.
Same.
What about you?
This happens with me jab I am editing the video. I mean, editing a podcast video is so difficult. I mean, hats off to the editors जो figuring out Raj Shamani, TRS पे videos edit करते हैं because editing a podcast actually takes 5 to 6 hours and I am the person who edits the video. So when I'm sitting on my sofa at 3 a.m. in the night and I've been editing the whole evening, the whole night, like I start questioning my entire existence. Why am I doing this? Because it is such a tedious job. I like editing in general, but editing podcast video is a whole another ball game. It's very, I won't say boring, but I would definitely say it is very tedious. बहुत ज़्यादा रिपीटेटिव हो जाता है व्हेन यू आर एडिटिंग पॉडकास्ट एक के बाद एक फर्स्ट एपिसोड में यू आर लाइक ओके फर्स्ट एपिसोड है सेकंड एपिसोड में यू डू बट थर्ड एपिसोड से ना द कलर स्कीम्स द लेआउट सब कुछ सेम हो जाता है प्लस जब आप एक पॉडकास्ट एडिट करते हो तो आपको वो पूरा पॉडकास्ट 2 से 3 बार देखना पड़ता है एंड दैट गेट्स वेरी फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग फॉर मी बिकॉज आई एम अ को होस्ट एज वेल तो आई नो व्हाट वी हैव टॉट इन द पॉडकास्ट फिर वही सेम वीडियोस मुझे पूरी बैठ के देखनी पड़ती है कि ठीक है आई कीप दिस पार्ट ऑफ द पॉडकास्ट आई विल रिमूव दिस पार्ट ऑफ द पॉडकास्ट एंड देन उसको एडिट करो फिर उसको फ्रेम करो लोगों के पिक्चर्स लगाओ कि अच्छा ये अच्छा लग रहा है नहीं ये अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है उसमें भी अगर गेस्ट के नेटवर्क इश्यूज हो जाते हैं तो आई नीड टू टेक केयर ऑफ दैट एज वेल कि ऑडियो सही है वीडियो सही है So it is a very tedious role. And then second, of course, गेस्ट के साथ कोऑर्डिनेट करना, बिकॉज ऐसे बहुत बार होता है कि गेस्ट बोलते हैं कि ठीक है आज 5 बजे शूट करते हैं, बट देन उनका 4 बजे मैसेज आता है कि हम कल या परसों शूट करते हैं. ऐसा हुआ है हमारे साथ. तो इफ इट इज हैपनिंग एक बार ठीक है, 2 बार ठीक है, बट जब 3-4 बार ये सेम चीज होता है एंड वंशिका कीप्स कॉलिंग मी कि यार क्या बोलूं मैं इसको, मतलब नहीं हो पा रहा टाइम मैनेज, इट गेट्स सो फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग. आई एम लाइक कि भाई लाइक हाउ आर यू सो बिजी. Like I know you're busy, but that sometimes gets split in mundane. Third thing क्या होगा? I don't think so. There's anything else which I don't like about the podcast. सब कुछ सही है. हाँ, थर्ड थिंग, यस, वी रिकॉर्ड मीटिंग्स ऑन आवर जूम, राइट. सो अभी हमारे पास पैसे बिल्कुल नहीं है, सो वी हैव अ फ्री प्लान ऑफ जूम. तो फ्री प्लान ऑफ जूम में क्या होता है, हर 30 मिनट्स के बाद ना आपको मीटिंग एंड हो जाती है. जी, दिस इज ऑल्सो अ थिंग विच आई डोंट. नेटवर्क इश्यूज, इतनी ज्यादा नेटवर्क इश्यूज, ओ माय गॉड. एम आई ऑडिबल नाउ? आई गेस यस.
लाइव एग्जाम्पल, लाइव एग्जाम्पल ही दे
आई
दिया
कांट
हमें,
हियर यू.
ज्यादा ही अच्छे से बता.
आई कांट
बट आई
हियर.
एम स्पीकिंग.
नो नो, यू आर
यू
नॉट.
कांट हैव.
नो, यू आर नॉट.
अरे बट आई एम स्पीकिंग, पहले भी मैं ऐसे ही बोल रही थी, मैंने कुछ चेंज नहीं किया है.
I don't know why your video is proper. Why are you not audible? Wait, wait, second.
अभी भी नहीं आ रही.
हाँ हाँ, अब आ रही है. यस, तो ये सारे इश्यूज होते हैं गाइस पॉडकास्ट ऑनलाइन शूट करने में, which I literally hate. It gets so frustrating at times, but it's okay. Calm down.
You were actually telling that third वाला point again, तो वो third वाला just start again.
हाँ, so I was
Zoom
saying
meeting end हो जाती है.
Zoom meeting हर 30 minutes बाद end हो जाती है, तो it's like we have to rejoin after every 30 minutes. And our podcast usually, the shoots usually go up to 1 or 1.5 hours. So imagine us joining again after every 30 minutes. It gets very frustrating at times for us as hosts and for the guests as well. But manage करना पड़ता है because पैसे नहीं है, free plan से ही चलाना पड़ेगा काम.
So if you guys want कि हमारे लिए थोड़ा easy हो जाए, like you really want, तो please subscribe कर दो. Views like just see the podcast, increase the views, like, comment and all, share it with your friends.
या पर्सनली लिंक्डइन पे
Okay.
डीएम कर दो, हम नंबर भेज देंगे, आप लोग जीपे कर देना. लेकिन हम लिटरली बेशरम हो गए, हम पैसे मांग रहे हैं अब ऑडियंस से हमारे.
भाई it's like कि हमें फर्क भी नहीं पड़ रहा है, हम बोल भी देंगे, we don't care.
ठीक है.
Okay, moving on to the next question. It is, how do you guys manage barely balanced operations? Like who takes care of what? All the tasks that we do. कौन क्या करता है? Actually, this question I want to will make a separate video about barely balanced. Only how we came up with the name, how we came up with the logo, and who made the logo, who made the banner, who came up with the tagline, everything. How we shortlist guests. Like in detail, में we'll make a video as Shruti told us जब 5,000 followers हो जाएंगे, and usme will explain everything, like all the tasks and how do we coordinate and how do we manage them. Still have to wait. Okay, the next is, okay, now you take up the questions.
Okay, so now we have never have I ever section where we have 8 to 10 questions. So ठीक है, you just have to say never have I ever, yes or no, okay, and then you can explain your reasoning या जो भी तुम्हें बताना होगा. The first question I have is, have you ever questioned starting the podcast? Never have I ever questioned starting the podcast.
Never. How could I? How could I? I have such a good co-host. I have such good guests coming to the podcast. I have such good subscribers. How could I ever question starting the podcast? I mean, we are getting to learn so much. Never.
We are getting to learn so much, and also we are getting many opportunities. Like we'll be talking about this in the barely balanced video, as Vanshika mentioned. But trust me, we are getting very good opportunities. Like I have been getting internship opportunities, podcast opportunities, and in general as well. People recognize you in your college, in your friends group, in your area. It kind of फेम मिल जाता है आपको, which is not huge, but हमारे लिए as college students वही बहुत ज्यादा है. So yeah, that is what it is.
Mhm.
And yeah, even I have never questioned starting the podcast except when I'm editing the video. Other than that, I've never. Other than that, I have never questioned starting the podcast. Honest answer, yeah. Acceptable.
Okay.
Okay.
नो
Never have I.
कमेंट्स आई वोंट ऐड एनी कमेंट्स लाइक मेरे को पता है श्रुति का क्या हाल हो रहा होता है वो मेरे को कॉल करती है एंड उसके कॉल में लाइक व्हेन शी इज स्पीकिंग उसके टोन से ही पता चल जाता है हाउ फ्रस्ट्रेटेड शी इज समटाइम्स एंड शी इज लाइक भाई बहुत मुश्किल है विल हैव टू फाइंड समवन एल्स you know when will we
Ari,
start earning and we can get a video editor.
good point. If anyone who is watching the video, if you want to work with us as a video editor, podcast editor, sake of experience, and we can even provide you with a certificate if you want to, we can definitely do that. You will get a lot of hands-on experience with us. We can also help you with your LinkedIn profile optimization.
We don't need any prior experience. If you don't have it, it's absolutely fine. You could just send us a short, एक time पे you could just एक घंटे में whatever editing you are doing or how much it takes you. Just make a short reel about that and you can send us through email. We'll mention our email IDs in the description section again. Or you could just send us on LinkedIn, like text us over there, and we could get on a meet and we could discuss the further integrities, like what all we need to do.
So the next question I have for you is, never have I ever praised a LinkedIn creator in their DM when in real life you actually hate that creator. You go first.
I haven't. I haven't. मैंने कभी नहीं किया. Like I don't text people. मैं करती नहीं हूँ messages किसी को भी इतना.
I'll be honest, I have.
Tell us about that. Give us the tea.
You know the creator, you know her very well. हम हमारी इसके बारे में already बात हो चुकी है. The same person you are thinking of right now.
Okay.
I didn't like her post. मतलब कुछ नहीं पसंद आ मेरे को. And एक बार उसने मेरे को ऐसे reach out किया था and she said कि oh I really liked your content and everything and thanks for connecting. So मैंने भी बोल दिया कि हाँ I also love your content. I read all of your posts. They are so fun and engaging. When in real life I really hate her post. मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगता है क्या ही post किया हुआ है. ना कोई वैल्यू है ना कोई मतलब कुछ भी नहीं होता है उसके पोस्ट में. And you know who the person is.
Okay.
Okay. So
Next one.
never have I ever wished I could drop out from college. Never.
Every single day.
सिर्फ कॉलेज एक ऐसी चीज है जिसमें वी आर लाइक एग्जैक्टली अपोजिट एकदम poles apart, north pole or south pole. I have never wished I can drop out of my college. I love college. मतलब ठीक है.
No, like मेरे case में it's like कि I was desperate enough to go to SRCC and once when I got there अब मेरे को लगता ही नहीं है कि even getting to SRCC is a very big achievement because SRCC में जाना is very easy but to survive there you actually have to work a lot.
Right. Never have I ever liked someone's post on LinkedIn without reading it. Of course.
A lot of times.
A lot. If I have to even comment it without reading the post, hi.
नहीं, इतना नहीं किया. I never comment.
Never have I ever flexed my LinkedIn followers in front of my friends.
I have a lot of times. Like indirectly, obviously, directly तो कभी flex नहीं किया, but indirectly तो हाँ किया है. यार, obviously you have built an audience. It's not easy consistently वहाँ पे post करते रहना and like सारे comments के साथ engage करना सभी के साथ. तो obviously मैं तो करती हूँ flex. If you have something, why not flex it? बेशरम. Again, could find that बेशरम word everywhere.
I have never done that.
You
I'll tell
haven't
you.
कभी भी नहीं.
No, I'll tell you the reason. The reason is my friends roast the shit out of me. And if I do it, वो लोग मेरे को इतना roast कर देंगे. Like they'll be like, okay, you're trying to be a celebrity and stuff in a good way. Of course, they support me with LinkedIn as well, but they will roast the shit out of me. And इसके लिए इनको पता है कि मैं मेरी बेइज्जती ही होने वाली है. तो मैं क्यों वो बकवास करूँ? Never have I ever questioned someone's followers like भाई इसके इतने followers क्यों है? A lot of times, of course.
This is one of the topics जब भी हम meet करते हैं. If we find a new profile, then we go through it together and then we'll question each and everything about that person. That is what we do.
इतना इन डिटेल नहीं बताना था, बस ठीक है। That is
Like,
fine.
not only question in a bad sense, there are a lot of things जो हमें अच्छी भी लगती हैं, and then we also appreciate them कि उनके achievements काफी अच्छे हैं, but yeah, like किया है, ये भी किया।
Hmm. Never have I ever met my London friend in real life.
I really want to. I mean, I have like 4, 5 people. I desperately want to meet them. Like we have just talked इतना ज़्यादा ना कि अब मन करता है कि why don't we all meet offline and like let's just go explore out there कि दिल्ली में सब आओ और फिर तो इतने सारी जगह है यार फ्रेंड्स के लिए तो दिल्ली में एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए बट कभी हो नहीं पाया because everyone is from a different state.
So let's twist this question थोड़ा सा कि have you ever find someone who stays very near to you on LinkedIn? जैसे दिल्ली में ही the area you stay in उसके बहुत पास में कोई रहता है and you're like कि ओ ये तो मेरे एरिया का है। No?
Never.
That has happened with me. I'll tell you, I was once going through London and I've met Lakshita and Tisha, who are like very good friends of mine. And they also stay in Navi Mumbai और मेरे घर से 3-4 स्टेशन के दूर पे they stay. In fact, Tisha was in the same classes जहाँ पे मैं थी. She was just a batch ahead. मेरी senior थी and we just never knew. मतलब उसके जो friends थे और मेरे जो friends थे वो same circle था. मतलब it's like you have crossed paths but you never knew कि okay this is the person and I just didn't knew she existed basically. But yeah, whenever you meet someone on LinkedIn who is from the same place you are, ऐसा फीलिंग होता है कि अरे यार अपने गांव का है।
Guys, so that was all. हमने काफी ज्यादा अपने बारे में बता दिया है, but I feel this was very fun. I would say knowledgeable तो नहीं था, knowledgeable also किसी किसी point पे, but mostly it was fun only and we told a lot about ourselves. In case you have any more questions, you can just DM those questions to us और नीचे comment section में लिख दो. We'll take up those also next time जब भी हम ऐसा वीडियो दोबारा करते हैं, any special episode. एक स्पेशल एपिसोड इज डेफिनेटली कमिंग एट 5,000 एज वी टोल्ड यू बेयरली बैलेंस का सब पूरा कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव जो पूछना होगा विल टेल यू सब कुछ एंड या
उसके
इफ यू
पहले
लाइक दिस
एक
वीडियो लाइक
स्पेशल एपिसोड विल आल्सो कम फॉर 1000 सब्सक्राइबर्स एज वेल ना, वो भी हमने प्लान कर रखा है।
हाँ that will also come like we have a lot of sessions planned but if you guys show some love if you guys subscribe if you guys like the video if you guys comment तो तभी हो पाएगा ऐसे नहीं हो पाएगा ठीक है तो just comment like subscribe share and we'll see you in the next one bye bye
बाय बाय।